I just think that being dimensionally higher in a sense would grant you higher power, such as like obviously a being that's like 5D would have greater power than a being that's like 3D. So like for example, if you're able to destroy just like an infinite amount of 3D constructs, any dimensionality above that would just still be higher, right? So like for example, let's say a character destroys an infinite 3D construct, that 40 character would still be above that.
How would you be able to suffice the burden that the affection of that thing is able to affect a third dimensional person? Like I'll give an example. Let's say I have a fourth dimensional force, right? It's encompassing by I guess the fourth dimensional axes. And would you have like you're subscribing to this specific I guess view of dimensions? So you think that something on the fourth dimension infinitely transcends the third, correct? So it would be the case, and would suffice the conclusion that something fourth dimensional would already have like I guess an infinite 3D extra. So how would it suffice the conclusion that something fourth dimensional would be able to affect this third dimension?
I don't know. I'm not saying that like okay. So my fault. I think I misspoke, or whether you just didn't check, whatever the case was. Just because you're 4D, that doesn't mean you can now like destroy in like infinite amount of 3D things. That's not how that works.
That's not what I said.
Wait, you just said infinitely above. Okay, that's whatever.
No, I said okay. I don't know if you're not listening to me, right? I said you said that what's it called? Something 4D would infinitely transcend the third dimensional axes, encompassing a higher dimensional axis already onto it. So it's supposed to make the fourth dimension that you're subscribing to is 3 dimensions of space, and I guess another spatial dimension since you're subscribing to that one.
Not necessarily. I'm including the temporal dimension within the makeup of what we care.
Please describe a temporal dimension.
The temporal dimension is just like in reference to the time stream, or like temporal axis. Like,
What's a temporal axis?
say it again.
What's a temporal axis?
A temporal axis is the way things move about time, the way things are.
The way things go about time.
Just to like rephrase it a little better, a temporal axis would be in reference to the way time flows within a set of spatial axes. Like
so it would be so you think it can't be the case that time wouldn't be able to exist without I guess spatial axes?
no, I think space can exist without time, but I think time is dependent on space because obviously like space is where things progress and then time is just a progression of events. So like I think there can be a space existing, but for that space to progress, there would have to be some kind of time in play. So, like for
What
time,
place in progression would it exist in order for it to even subsist itself?
yeah, what I'm saying is that like I think that time would inherently need a space to exist in because if like something's progressing, how can it progress with nowhere to progress?
Yeah, so we basically subscribe to the same view of I guess space and time. So if it would be the case that like time can't exist without space, space can exist without time, how does that suffice to burn that now as an axis?
That's not what I said. I said I think space can exist without time, but I think time needs space to exist.
Okay, you said space can exist without time, but time needs space to exist, and the reason is why because what's it called? In order for time to exist, there has to be a place for it.
Yeah,
What's the argument?
you just said my argument. I think that time.
No, I said your claim. I hadn't say your argument.
Type shit, type shit. Yeah. The argument is just that like time is defined as the way things progress. Things will be in reference to kind of like some kind of spatial property or like something material within a spatial setting.
Hold on. Things are in reference to spatial propositions.
No, I said
That's just
things. No, that's not what I said. I said things, right? The word things are in reference to something physical or within a physical composition.
yeah. That's repetition of the claim. Because what's in question is if those spatial properties are able to be, I guess, required for that temporal axis to exist. You beg the question.
Nice fucking blender.
Oh my God, I didn't beg the question. What I said was, I was just restating it because you misheard me. What I'm saying is that when we say things progressing, right, time would be the progression in question, but, right, the things progressing, right, would be in reference to physical things within a space. So it's just kind of like, if there's no space, then, like, how would anything
do you not see how that already presupposes the conclusion that spatial things or physical things have to be able to, I guess, exist in order for time to subsist itself?
Well, then you would be asserting that something would have to be aspatial then. I don't necessarily. I
Wait,
would say
what? What? I never posited any view.
if you're disagreeing with a claim, then you must go with the
I'm
opposite.
not disagreeing with. I'm just asking for your basis for it.
Oh, I just repeated. Okay, I'll just repeat it
Yeah,
again.
you repeated the fallacious basis. I agree.
How is it fallacious?
Yeah, I just showed you how it's circular. Do you not take circularity to be a fallacy? Logic?
Circular, obviously, circular would be fallacy. I just don't think you were
Okay,
necessarily.
so then you agree fallacious.
Hey, just because you deem it to be fallacious, doesn't mean it is. I don't necessarily think I
That was a beautiful
it's a
position.
fallacy. Like, I just kind of think this might be a tracking error on your part. What I'm saying is that, like, I'll just repeat the tracking argument. So,
But if you repeat yourself, can you just go to conclusions? Because I don't think you're.
holy shit. Okay, so like I said, time is a progression of events. Do you agree or disagree?
Time is the progression of events. Can't agree for now. Sure.
Okay, so do you agree like events will be in reference to things interacting with each other? That's what an event would be. Like A interacting with B causing C.
Yeah, it can be that. Sure.
Can you give me an instance where it can't be that?
Well, we'll never say it can't be that. What the fuck?
You said it can be. That implies that
Yeah. Wait. What is that? Do you know what can and can means?
yeah, can means it's possible, but not always the case.
Yeah. So when they ever gets into the conclusion that it can't happen.
You said it can be. I just explained that. Holy shit, Brayley. I said, right, if you're saying that something can be the case, you're saying, yeah, it's possible, but not definitive. So I'm asking,
So,
what scenario would it not?
something could be all possible and definitive at the same time. You know that, right?
Yeah, I'm saying something can be possible while being definitive, right? But what I'm saying is that you saying it can, right? That entails that, yeah, there is a possibility, but there would be some like, let's say, impossibility, right? If you're saying like, I'll just give an analogy, right? Let's say that if I say I can
Do you
jump,
think? Well, hold on, I'll give you an example. Do you think if I have like I guess the fate of the future is something like as analytically the event that will happen in the I guess how do I say this without begging the question? That will happen, right? It's an event that is a possibility that will happen. Definitively, the future will always happen, right? But what's in question is those possibilities inside of there. So one of these possibilities will always happen. All of these were possibilities at the same time.
yeah, I think that's circumstantial. I think I can give a better analogy.
Huh?
Like, let's say let's say I have the ability to jump, right? It's possible for me to jump, but depending on the circumstance, that can now become an impossibility. Like, for example,
Is it the case that you're definitively jumping?
say it again.
Is it the case that you're definitively jumping?
No, we're just like asserting that it's possible.
I don't see how this analogy correlates. We can go to conclusions.
Oh my God, I'm saying, holy shit. The analogy correlates because you said that, yeah, that can be the case. When I asked you about like events being A interacting with B, therefore causing C, you said it can be the case, right? You saying it can be the case, I think there would be some kind of stance where it can't be the case, or some kind of instance where it
Yeah,
cannot be.
you can repeat the claim all you want. That's cool. Do you want to go to conclusions?
We can, man. I don't care. That shit is boring.
Okay. We can conclude on this point. This was your scaling for, I guess, Ichiko, right?
I never necessarily scaled Ichigo. We just like questioning.
No, the point. Okay, I don't think you understand me. I said we can conclude on this point. This was for your scaling on Ichigo. I never said that you got to finish your Ichigo scaling. I said we got to finish this point.
Sure.
All right, yo, is that nigga who was judging?
Who?
He is not here.
Okay, nigga's not here. But shit.
Who the fuck was judging anyways?
I don't know. It was some nigga named. I don't fucking know. He had some fucking. Bro, who the fuck was that nigga?
They said BB was judging, and then
I thought
BB.
Japan was judging.
I heard my name, but honestly,
Yeah.
Hey, but sure. I'll get into my scaling. But we just do the standard battle assumptions.
Sure.
Okay. Do you agree that throughout the battle, our characters will be thinking of winning?
Just to clarify, what is like standard middle assumptions entail? Just to, like,
Basically, what's it called? Me killing your character is not the only. What's it called? I can
the only way to win.
All that bullshit. Fucking, they're on a battlefield where they have to fucking fight and shit like that. Both of them want to, I guess, win the battle against each other. all that shit. Throughout the battle, they'll always be thinking of this. You agree with that?
Sure.
Okay, then Luffy has subjective reality, and what you agreed towards earlier, which was crazy. So since Luffy would bring out forth his imagination, and therefore it would lead to it would lead to the case that he would win this battle. Since always in this battle, since his imagination is brought forth into reality, and you just agreed via standard battle assumptions, he'll be always thinking of winning against this battle. He'll be pretty sure that would lead to the conclusion that he will win the battle. Since his imagination or the conception inside of his head would be brought forth into reality.
So your argument is that he imagines himself winning.
Yeah.
Okay, so would you not agree that Luffy would have to like understand the thing that he's like imagining something again? Like for example, obviously he's not aware of Ichigo's capabilities. So like to win means to like counter something. How do you counter something if you don't know what it does?
I'm not sure. Okay, are you saying like the imagination or the thoughts are based off the comprehension of the person?
Kind of like yes, I know. What I'm saying is that like, so like Ichigo and Luffy are facing off. Luffy imagines himself like he wants to imagine himself winning, right? How would he go about that, right? He's not just gonna imagine himself winning and then
Yeah,
Ichigo's like,
because what you
right?
subscribed to earlier. I don't think you understand. You think that Ichigo is a third dimensional being, correct?
No.
Wow. So you think that he encompasses a whole different axis?
Yeah, I think Ichigo can be like 4 to 5D.
Okay. In terms of in terms of existence or like in terms of power output, because those are two different things.
I think both.
Is there a way to prove that?
Oh yeah, would you agree like the soul is the existence?
Soul's existence in terms of what?
What do you mean in terms of what? I think that's pretty straightforward. Like
Existence is a big term. Existence can mean multiple things contextually.
such as what?
Yeah, when you say something to exist, I mean something is what is to be, or what
And like
is
okay,
that is.
let me just make
It's
it
a
clear.
existence is a primitive. You're not gonna be able to break it down like that much. But existence is what is basically. In multiple other contexts, if you don't agree that words are contextual, it can mean very different things inside a very different context. I can define existence to be a fucking pool noodle, nigga.
Yeah, I think obviously existence would be like differentiated when it comes to like anime versus inanimate objects. Like in your analogy with the pool noodle, obviously that's an inanimate
Right?
object. Like living, breathing beings with like a conscious. Like for those like animate like objects or like entities that are sentient, do you agree that the soul would be their existence? Like that's what operates in like to put it more simple, the body is contingent upon the
Yeah.
soul.
Okay. The soul can be okay. The soul can be their existence, but why does that lead to the conclusion that they, I guess, output from their forces inside of their body would subsist as an existence itself?
Yeah, wait, at least to the conclusion, because I think that like within the Bleach universe, their soul, they're like they would be in soul form. Things occur like transcendent statements or them just like blatantly destroying like 40 constructs. They would be in soul form when they do it because we see like when Rukia enters the world of the living, she enters some kind of like Gigai, which is just like
I don't think you've read Bleach. You understand what the transcendent thing means, right?
yeah, it just means like being above another person. It doesn't necessarily
Yeah,
like
okay. It doesn't suffice the conclusion that they would be in reference towards axes. I don't see an argument for that. And secondly, inside of the narrative of the story, they're able to destroy these 40 constructs in terms of AP, as in power output. You're not going to suffice the burden that's in reference towards existence itself.
you don't think in Bleach your power comes from your existence.
I never said that.
So then your point doesn't follow then.
The power output of energy values, that can come from the force of the energy that you, I guess, output. And it's from your soul. But your soul itself doesn't, I guess, equate the same as your power output. Do you think that my soul, wait, do you think my fucking, bro, do you think Goku's fucking body is infinite because he can destroy infinite constructs? You know how fucking stupid that sounds?
No, that's not what I'm asserting. Let me just
Bro, by the same logic, you're saying their bodies are infinite. You know that, right? Since they're able to destroy non-finite 3D constructs.
that's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is okay, because you said it's not a reference to like axes, and I didn't get a chance to like attack that. So what I'm saying, I think the reason it would be a reference to axes is because see that Eisen makes an analogy between Soul Reapers humans and like hollows, right? It says like, oh, entity A would be 2D, entity A would be 3D, or he just like makes a analogy how like a lower dimensional being cannot interact with higher dimensional being. Then it's stated
No,
that
you beg the question. What's in question is if that is to be the case, it's a reference towards axes. That's if they're not interacting with the said person. Inside of Bleach, I already showed you a consistency that the transcendent statement is a reference towards power. So all of that, where they can't be able to see the person or not able to interact with the person, is just in reference to the power of their things, not in reference towards the axes itself. Would you like to move to conclusion?
no, I don't think you necessarily like heard me all the way. I don't think I like make that point.
Yeah, because you're just going circular. I don't want to hear it if you just.
Not necessarily circular if I didn't get to finish my point.
Oh, the point was circular itself.
Oh my goodness, really. What I'm saying is like the reason it's in reference to dimensional axes is because we have characters like the Soul King, who's also stated as like transcend everything. He is the progenitor of the universe. He's able to like split the universe itself, like space and time. So I think the transcendent statements would follow to other characters. Like when Aizen says, "Yeah, you cannot perceive my power," or yada yada yada, because I am a higher dimensional being, or I've transcended you, and he says you have to lower yourself. I think that would be a reference to axes because just like the same way in his analogy, a 2D being cannot perceive a 3D being, a 3D being cannot perceive a 4D being. Him saying he's transcendent, nobody can perceive him, and then Ichigo transcends him again. So I think that would just lead to like some kind
Oh,
of
you using this argument? Okay. Bro, you think Ichigo? Okay, so you think Ichigo is not able to interact when Ichigo literally got injured by Aizen's Kurotsuki?
wait, see it again?
Yeah, you think Ichigo transcended Aizen inside of the fight, but Aizen literally hit Ichigo Kurotsuki and it injured him.
What the fuck?
So obviously one of these statements are false.
Yeah, I think the second statement was false, not the first one. I think they both like. I
You
think it
think,
was transcendence the first time.
but you think it's wrong that Aizen? Well, you think it's wrong that Aizen injured Ichigo with Kurotsuki?
No, that's not what I said at all. I said I think
That
the
was the second
second.
statement.
That's not what I said. Listen, what I said was right when it comes to like transcendent statements. The second statement that like Aizen made towards Ichigo, I don't necessarily take that at like face value because I think that's just a byproduct of speculation. Because Aizen cannot comprehend what was happening. He couldn't like imagine another being like being stronger than himself. Just like a byproduct.
That's actually wrong. That's actually wrong. Throughout the fight, I don't know if you've read Bleach at all. You have Aizen PFP, which is kind of ironic that you do have Aizen's backstory, right? So throughout Bleach, Aizen always wanted a person to beat him inside of the fight. Extend scans of these as well. He reached his limit as Soul Reaper, and like he got bored there, right? So he reached up maximum potential. That's why he wanted the Hogoku to uncap that limit. So when he got the Hogoku, he literally knew Ichigo was going to. He knew all of that shit. So it would make no sense of Aizen being scared of a nigga beating him when he knew Ichigo was going to beat him.
I think yeah, I think Aizen did want somebody to like match him. I didn't think he wanted somebody to like fucking beat on him. I think that's just. I think his reaction is a byproduct of Ichigo surpassing his expectation. Like I think Aizen had a set expectation, and then that reaction is just a byproduct of Ichigo just completely surpassing that set expectation.
Yeah, you can completely claim this to be the case. That's completely fair. I already gave the consistency inside of Bleach, and we didn't ask for any scans. Which I'm going to ask you for your scans, or he's in reference towards it being equal. I would love to see that.
Did I say anything was equal?
Holy shit! Yo, did you just say? When did you ever say anything equal? When you literally said earlier, what's it called? He was in reference towards it. He said equal. Holy shit!
Wait,
You said out of your own mouth that Aizen what's it called, wasn't expecting Ichigo to surpass him. He only expected the nigga to be equal at the start of the fight. You said it out of your own mouth.
Wait, I said on his level. That doesn't entail equal. You think
that entails equal, bro? If you think,
really, you think relative and equal?
Holy shit!
You think relative and equal?
Yeah, if I'm relative to you, that means I'm equal to your power.
That doesn't make sense at all. You can be relative and still lose.
Do you understand? Bro, do you understand that like Are you trying to talk about like caps into relativity? Because that just means that the equality, I guess the level that they're equal isn't as like I guess exactly the same for them to be exactly relative, but it's not as significant as enough for them to just get one shot.
Wait, really quick. So, do you think like I'll just put it in numerical format? You would agree like 50 and 50, like 50 and 50 are equal numbers, correct?
50 and 50 are equal numbers, sure.
Okay, so now would you not say like uh 47 and like 44 are both numbers relative to like 50 in terms of quantity? Like it's a quantification relatively close to 50, but they're not
Bro, do you
equal.
know? Bro, are you fucking stupid? Do you know what rounding is, bro?
Oh my god, we're not talking about rounding. What the
Bro,
fuck are
you
you
understand? Bro, do you understand? You're talking, bro. You're talking about what these numbers are closer to. What do you mean they're around this number? You said that 47 and 45 were around this number 50. Yo, are you fucking stupid, bro? 47 is more around the number 40. You know that, right?
Oh my god, the point you didn't hear me. Holy shit. I'll just repeat it. Like I said, like me mentioning 47 and
Did you
like
keep
45
kindergarten?
said, holy shit. I said that they're both in reference.
Bro, what the fuck?
Are you gonna like let me speak? Or
Bro, you can go, bro.
I said they're both relatively close to 50 as a quantification. That's what I said.
No, you said they were relatively around 50, bro.
That means the same shit. If I say two numbers,
So if you said that, you meant around that number. You mean you're telling rounding? You're fucking stupid.
Really? If I say two numbers are around the
Yo, I got a question. Yo, I got a question. Is 44 more relatively around I guess 40 than it is around 50?
Okay, I didn't wait. That's not analogous to
Wait,
what
you
I'm
answer the question. No, hold on. Is 44 more relatively around the number 40 than it is around 50?
I don't think I have to answer. That's not analogous to what I said.
Wait, yeah, yes, it quite literally is because we're talking about I guess numerical numbers 50.
Yeah.
But I'm taking the towards the stance. I'm saying, oh no, it wouldn't be the case. 44 is more around or relatively closer towards the number 40.
Holy shit. Oh my god. Like I said, I'm not comparing. Okay, when I brought up the numerical values, right? I'm saying I made a claim that 45 and 47 are both close to the number 50. They're relatively around.
44. Why are you switching it up?
Oh my god. Just listen, right? When I say it doesn't matter, right? Any number like above 45, below 50, right? When I'm
Wait,
talking
yeah, I don't know. This is math class. I don't think he's learning math at all.
in like reference to a quantification, they're both relative to almost being the number 50, right? It doesn't matter which one is closer, they're both a relative quantification
What the fuck do you think relative means, bro?
close to.
Oh, holy shit! So it doesn't matter if they're closer to the number 50, but you're saying they're relatively around 50.
I said that, oh my god, you're not tracking. Oh my god. I said the difference between them, that's why I said it in between 45.
Yo, holy shit. Bro, alright, we can go into conclusions. I'm just you just can see it. Like literally. Alright, yo, Avondar just said you can see it. Yeah, that's it, man. That's it, bro. You're cooked, bro. You're cooked. You chicks niggas. You suck.
One more time.
Alright, yeah, you can repeat it all you want. You suck, bro. Stop.
I don't give a fuck. I don't like take this shit serious.
Bro, stop. You were saying that I suck, right? Hey, I heard you were saying that I suck, but he performs like this? What?
Yeah, I do think you're ass.
Yeah, but you just lost to me quite literally. You fucking suck.
Wait,
You didn't know what math was, bro. You think 44 is more relatively around 50 than it is around 40. You fucking retarded.
I never said that, you retard. What the fuck?
This nigga's fucking stupid, bro.
I'm gonna repeat it one more time. You're not listening.
Yeah, I know you love repeating. You love repeating it. Stop. You love repeating it. Stop. Stop right now. Stop from embarrassment. Stop. Please.
Tell me my argument.
Stop. Please stop. Hey, can we get conclusions, bro?
Can you tell me my argument?
Can we get conclusions, bro?
Can you tell me my argument?
Argument and conclusions.
Holy shit, can you tell me my argument? I don't think you.
No, I know I can't answer the argument right now. But why would I do it?
Can you tell me the argument? That's not.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can.
Okay, so repeat the argument.
Wait, why do I need to do it now? Just because I can? I agree. It's logically. I agree. It's possible.
Wait, you're saying I conceded and I lost, but I don't think you checked.
It's crazy.
I'm asking you
Yeah.
to repeat it.
Yeah. I know you're asking me to do it. Doesn't mean I have. That's cool.
I didn't say you have to. I'm just requesting it.
Okay, then that's what I asked you.
But that doesn't
Okay,
mean
what's
you can track it.
You said what?
You're failing to repeat my argument, so I'm just gonna assume you didn't track it. So do you want me to repeat it one more time? So I don't think
Wait, why did you come to the conclusion that I didn't track because I'm failing to?
Self-explanatory.
Oh my god. So yeah, you can think it's under the assumption. Yeah, you can be under the assumption. But obviously, towards the audience in the crowd, and any judge, it would not take this claim, and it is self-explanatory. Why are you bugging out? Right? Hey, he's aping out. Stop. All right. Yeah. Right. Stop. Can you get moderation? I'm not going to debate him with no moderation.
Moderation. I got you. All right. So I'll just repeat the argument one more time. Right. What I said was I didn't like make a distinction towards which one is closest to 50. I just said both numbers would be close to 50, so they're both a relative quantification to 50. I never like made a distinction between which one was closer or not. That's not my fucking argument, Braley. The point being, if like each like let's say like Aizen is 47, Ichigo is like 48, right? And the expectation would be like I don't know 50, right? They're both relatively close to 50, right? Both numbers are just close to 50. That was my entire point. That's the point of saying they're relative. I don't care about their difference because we already agreed relative is not the same thing as equal.
Yeah, I love the concession. I'm not debating. I'm not continuing to debate on anybody who heard that conclusion just knows he's retarded. Yeah. We can go to conclusions. Oh, you feel confident? You feel confident in like this point, right?
I don't give a fuck. This shit is boring. Like I swear, like this discourse
I
is
mean,
so
you are unironically so ass. I've never seen a nigga more ass.
I don't care. I don't debate on Discord.